It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the high school of Wayne County locked down yesterday. High school principal Brett McDaniel released the following statement. He says the primary objective for Wayne County High School is to provide a safe environment where students can learn. Earlier yesterday, because of several rumors, they took precautionary steps and locked down Wayne County High School. Thorough search of the building was conducted, finding no evidence to validate the rumors. With assistance from the Jesup PD, the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Wayne County EMA, they were able to sweep the building, return to normal school operations in a timely manner. McDaniel says they appreciate the patience of the parents and teachers and support as they work through the morning hours. They apologize if the actions inconvenienced anyone, but they felt it was necessary to ensure the safety of our students and faculty. Says he wants to personally thank the Jesup PD, the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Wayne County EMA for their service to the school yesterday. They say they were a vital part of yesterday's efforts and did an outstanding job. Apparently, the rumors were in connection with an incident which took place in Statesboro, Georgia. As Statesboro police are investigating a homicide at the Vault Apartments in Statesboro. The victim in that homicide is from Jesup, 18-year-old Antonio Jackson. Police say Jackson was not a student of any local college or university, was not a Statesboro resident. Police have notified his family. Statesboro police believe there were several people inside that apartment when Jackson was killed. They're asking for any information that anyone has. Anyone who knows anything about the shooting of Antonio Jackson of Jesup is asked to contact the Statesboro police at 912-764-9411. Again, rumors began in Wayne County about some type of connection with the shooting, and students began checking out early yesterday at Wayne County High School. Again, Wayne County High School locked it down, did a search of the building. Again, no evidence to validate the rumors. Again, all this took place yesterday morning at Wayne County High School. In other news, today marks the final day of 3 weeks of early voting period. Is today between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Citizens registered to vote in Jesup and Scriven can cast their ballots today. Then the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Election Day, Tuesday. Here in Jesup, less than 1,000 to 5,000 registered voters have voted early. Hopefully a good turnout Tuesday. Thursday's totals: 2 from Scriven, 55 from Jesup. Grand total of early votes heading into the day, 895. They're hoping to be over 1,000 after the 3 weeks, and then hopefully a good turnout Tuesday, but current projections have less than 50% voting in these city elections. City Jesup is electing a mayor. One would hope the interest would pick up, but again, current numbers very disappointing in both the city of Jesup and Scriven. In Scriven, they have 474 registered voters. Less than 25 have voted early. In Scriven, 2 contested council seats. Seat 1, contested incumbent Brandon Harris and Adam Pruitt on the ballot. Seat 5, incumbent Lonnie Murphy and Tony Brinkley on the ballot. Mayor Jason Weaver and the remaining council members return for another term in the city of Scriven. Here in Jesup, we've got the mayor's race between Ralph Hickox and Tyrone Johnson. Winner steps into a seat that has been vacant since the resignation of former Mayor David Earl Keith. 3 contested council seats in this year's city elections. District 2, incumbent Don Darden being challenged by Pamela Schumann. District 3, former Commissioner Tim Caulfield and Stephanie Williams running for Nick Harris's seat, as incumbent Nick Harris not seeking re-election in District 3. And in District 6, incumbent Bill Harvey and candidate Heather Altman are on the ballot. Again, today marks the final day of early voting. The polls will be open Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. One other city note, the city council had called a meeting today at 3 p.m. at the council chamber. Purpose was an executive session to discuss personnel. That meeting has been canceled. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, the high school drama department competed Thursday in Douglas for a possible region title. Wayne County finished 4th in the competition. A couple of students brought home some hardware, though. Kiana Cease, who had one of the 2 leading roles as Shoshana in the play Sea Change, was named to the All-Star cast, as was Clark Chan, who was part of the ensemble in the play, portraying several characters, even had a rap song in the play. Warner Robins won the region title Thursday in drama, but again, Kiana Cease and Clark Chan named to the All-Star region cast. This past Wednesday in Offerman, Georgia, Peanuts, Pies, and Politics, the State Representative Stephen Meeks hosted the event. It's the 11th annual event this past year in Offerman. Politicians come and talk politics and eat good barbecue. Gary Black, a good friend of Stephen Meeks for years, has thrown his hat into the ring for U.S. Senate. He's currently one of 4 men on the Republican ballot, including Herschel Walker, is also seeking that U.S. Senate seat. WIFO had a chance this past Wednesday to talk with Gary Black about his run for U.S. Senate. Here at Gary Black over at Peanuts, Pines, and Politics, an annual event that you attend, and you got a lot on your mind running for U.S. Senate. Tell us what's going on and how the campaign's going.
I wouldn't swap places with anybody. I think Republicans want somebody that's going to stand up with a spine. We just that's what we're doing. A clear vision. Somebody that's not an amnesty candidate for illegal aliens. Somebody that actually has a record. Somebody that's been Republican and stood strong on our conservative values, and helping be a protector of families, and that's what I've done, and that's what we're going to give people, and I appreciate the response. We've got a very strong team down in your listening area, and we're going to keep on building.
I keep hearing this phrase to look through the front mirror, not the rear view mirror. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think it's important that we you can learn from. I wrote a speech about that probably 15, 18 years ago, and I'm glad the speaker picked up on this morning too. That's what we look at when we're sitting to drive. If we want to go forward, the rearview mirror is very instructive, but it's really hard to drive forward with your eyes constantly of what happened. Do we learn from that? Do we try to do better? Have we strengthened? I think that's what we've done in our election laws. We've strengthened them. But I tell you right now, what we can be sure of is that what everybody thinks might or might not have happened. Here's one of the issues. The election that will never be stolen is the election when we all show up. And we can cast. I had a guy, I think it was early on. I may have said this to y'all it may have been the first time I said it. Why are you running that? Well, I got 4 broken TVs. I've thrown a brick through everyone, but we'll throw bricks through our TVs or at each other, or are we going to get off the couch and actually stand for the things, the conservative values that are Georgians, that we believe in, we hold true, that people can see that we are for something, not just always against things, and actually inspire people to be back in the polls to stand up for Georgia. That's what this campaign is doing. That's what I will do every step of the way, and that's when I believe we're going to be your next United States Senator.
You mentioned the governor's race. You mentioned how important that is. The person with the pen can put in a lot of legislation, has a lot of influence. How important is that governor's race?
It starts. That pen also signs a balanced budget, Bob. That's very. I mean, we're constitutionally bound to have a balanced budget. Boy, those are the kind of principles I'd like to take to Washington too. But there's a long way to go on that particular subject. But here in the state, when the governor has the pen, he's executing or he's either agreeing with or stopping certain things. Whoever has the power of that pen. It's not just the microphone and the pulpit. That's a big deal. But I suggest you the real power of the Georgia governor is in the pen. We want that pen to be in the right person's hands, so that they're going to have good people serving on state boards, signing good legislation that represents the values of Georgia, and signing a balanced budget that represents the priorities of all of Georgia. And that's why we need Republican leadership.
Always good to see you.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Those comments to Gary Black. Also on hand at Mossy Pond event was T.J. Hudson. He's a candidate for Georgia Secretary of State next November. WIFO-FM had a chance to meet him, and he had these comments. T.J. Hudson ran for Secretary of State for Georgia over here at Mossy Pond at the Peanuts, Pines, and Politics. Tell us a little bit about your campaign.
Yes, sir. I'm T.J. Hudson. I'm from Truitland County. I was a former deputy, probate judge, magistrate court judge, and also election superintendent for 17 years. I've done everything with paper ballots to shoot levers to the system we have now. Georgia has never had a Secretary of State that has election experience. I think our chief election official, which is the Secretary of State, should have some type of election experience. That's what I'm bringing to the table. 17 years of doing elections across the entire state of Georgia. I was president of all the probate court judges in the state, president of all the magistrate court judges in the state, and president of all the election officials across the state of Georgia. So we just need to bring integrity back to that office, and that's what I'm here to do. So.
Well, it's a big state. Are you traveling around getting to see everybody?
Yes, sir.
Big event here.
Yes, sir. This is not my first time. So, as president of all the probate court judges in the state, my goal was to visit all 159 counties. I've done it in 37 calendar days. So this is not my first trip down here to Pierce County. I've made multiple trips to Pierce County.
Well, if you get elected, what do you want to do? You just mentioned bringing integrity back. So what else would you like to see done if you're Secretary of State?
Well, with the current system that we have now, if we cannot remove that system, which I don't think we can because that's a 10-year contract, training. There were only 9 counties that were pilot counties when this new system came out. Truitland County was one of the 9. On election election night in November, whenever everything was going south, they could not get through to the Secretary of State's office. They were calling me. So I was going from county to county helping these election superintendents. So what I want to bring is trust, integrity, and just training, letting them become comfortable with the system. My goal is to go to every county, sit down with those election supervisors, make sure they're comfortable with the system.
Okay, it was a pleasure to meet you, and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
And once again, those comments with T.J. Hudson, again, a candidate for Georgia Secretary of State next November. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news, a reminder of the winners of the Scarecrows Among Us contest will be announced on Monday here on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show as the contest is winding down and the Scarecrows are being judged. The winners again announced Monday on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show. Keith Higgins, DA for the Brunswick Judicial Circuit, police announced that the new assistant DA will be working in his Appling County office. Hunter Glenn Smith, a native of Wayne County and former law clerk in the Appling County DA's office, has recently passed the Georgia bar, was sworn in as an ADA on Wednesday, October 27th, by Superior Court Judge Stephen Kelly at the Wayne County Courthouse. Smith is the eldest son of Tanya and the late Christopher Smith. His maternal grandparents, Glenn and the late Linda Clark, and paternal grandparents, Randy and Susan Smith, all from Jesup. Smith grew up in Wayne County, graduated from Wayne County High School in 2014, attended the University of Georgia, graduated summa cum laude in 2018 with a bachelor's degree in political science with minors in student affairs and sociology, as well as certificates in applied politics, public affairs, and leadership. Smith continued his education at the University of Georgia Law School, where he graduated magna cum laude in May 2021. While in law school, he had the opportunity to serve in the Jesup Public Defender's Office, the Carl Vinson Institute of Government, Georgia Supreme Court, the Georgia Governor's Office, and the Athens-Clarke County District Attorney's Office. Also a member of the Prosecutorial Justice Program, was named Outstanding Prosecutorial Student for the class of 2021. Higgins, who began his term as DA for the Brunswick Judicial Circuit in January, said the promotion of Smith as an ADA will help the Appling office continue to provide competent and professional service in the pursuit of justice for the citizens of both Appling and Jeff Davis counties. Says they're very proud of Hunter, who's already a vital member of the Appling office. To have him now assume the duties of Assistant DA will only further benefit the citizens of Appling and Jeff Davis and the entire Brunswick Judicial Circuit. Reminder, it's movie night in Odom. Odom Homecoming Committee is showing two films tonight, the animated Addams Family 2. Movie started at 6:30. They ask you to bring your own chair. Everyone's encouraged to dress up, and candy bags will be given out. They'll be selling hot dogs, chips, popcorn, pickles, boxed candy, and canned drinks under the Odom Townhouse shelter for the two movies tonight. And Saturday is the Altamar River Folly Paddle. Again, still time to sign up. Registration $10. Children under 10 paddle for free. That event gets underway tomorrow at 9 a.m. 9 Mile Paddle will begin at Williamsburg Landing on Williamsburg Landing Road. It'll end at the Altamar Regional Park in Glenn County. Again, need more information, go to the website, waynetourism.com, or call the Tourism Board office at 427-3233. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan's have a great day.